So cross-browser testing is executing your scripts in different browsers at same time, right? And uh, the most popular browsers are Chrome. In case of Windows, I'm talking about Chrome, Firefox, and your Edge browser, right? So your test should be, compatible with all the browsers, right? So whatever the application you are testing, that application should be compatible with all the browsers, right? So be it alignment, be it functional test as in non-functional test. So you are verifying everything, the functional testing and non-functional testing, functional and non-functional, right? So, and you need to ensure, in the real projects, you need to ensure that you are picking up uh, the most popular versions also of the browsers, right? So here we will be like picking up the only the latest version of the browser, but in the real projects you will have to pick the other versions also, right? So that also comes into cross browser testing. You need to pick the most popular versions or most widely used versions of the browsers also, right? So we actually achieve functional and non-functional testing using this cross browser test, right? And in interview it is also asked, how do you achieve the cross browser testing using TestNG? So Selenium does not give any inbuilt feature which can, through which you can achieve this cross browser testing. Either you have to, specify all your uh, this browser properties, everything in your test case, and accordingly you can run that, but it won't give any flexibility to do cross browser testing in the parallel fashion. So Selenium does not have any inbuilt uh, what do I say, the facility to accommodate this cross browser testing. So with the help of TestNG XML file, we can achieve this. Okay, now we will see how we can achieve this. So let me go to the TestNG. Let's create a new class. Let me create a new class here. So let's give a name here as parallel cross. So we will do that both of them, and let's not take this main method. And here in this class, I'm having, let's say, some of the test cases here. So first test case would be to public void launch browser, and here I will write the code which will actually take the name of browser from the XML file, and then it will pass it here in this script. So how can I do that, guys? So let's say I want to take the name, I want to take the name of the browser from the XML file, and I want to check if that particular browser is available here or not. So how do I do that? Any idea you have? So what we will do here, we will get the name of browser from your XML file. Now we will check if your browser name dot equal to your Chrome, then you start this, and then if your browser name dot equal Firefox, then you start this. Else if your browser name dot equal Edge, then start this. Rather than equal, let's take this equal ignore case, because if we are making some mistake there in this, then it would be ignored, otherwise your script might fails. Equal ignore case. Okay, so likewise I have put this condition here, and now I will have to define the system.set properties, right? So that I can take from TestNG demo class. So driver, I will have to specify WebDriver driver. And for this, I will have to take path from system dot set property WebDriver dot geeko dot driver, and here I have to give the path of the driver, and then driver equal to new Firefox driver. Okay, and then here I have to specify the path of Edge to WebDriver dot Edge dot driver, and here I have to give the path of that Edge driver. Then driver equal to new Edge driver. So once I am done with this, now what I have to do, I have to at the rate test public void verify title, and I am launching driver dot get, let's say, and then driver dot get title, assert dot assert equal actual is title and expected is Google. Okay, and then I'm closing my browser. Public void tear down driver dot quit. Okay, and Google title verify. Let's change the name so I don't have to put priority there. Okay, so likewise I am having 3 test cases now, and I am making this I am using 3 browsers here. First is Chrome, second is Firefox, third is Edge, and I will have to give the path of these browsers. So let me go to my driver folder, and here we have Gecko driver. And then Edge driver. Okay, any confusion up to here, guys? It's pretty simple how I am configuring this browser. So I will get the name of the browser from the XML file, right? And then I will match which one is actually whatever the block will be actually matching this. It will instantiate your driver, and then your further test would be executed, right? So for that, I will be using one method called add parameters here. Add parameters, and wherein parameters I will specify the parameter which I'll get from XML file, and this parameters I will have to import from annotations, TestNG annotations. Okay, now my class is ready. Now I will have to go to my TestNG XML file, which is here, and what changes I have to do here. So groups I can remove because I don't need groups, and in class name I need to give this basics dot class name, right? So my class name is fine, and then to accommodate this parameter, where I need to put that, 1 second. So under the classes I will have to put that. So under the classes I will have to write like parameter name equal to browser, and the value equal to, let's say this time I am giving Chrome, and then closing tag here, and then let's remove this. Okay, so this your parameter tag is ready here, and let's save this. We have classes, I think this is fine. So when I run this, this parameter browser would be picked up from here, from XML file, and the value corresponding to that would be passed to this test, right? So value as in Chrome, and the Chrome would be passed to this browser name, and finally that would be matched with your script, right? So this is the browser name we are getting from the XML file. That browser will be launched, and finally the script would be executed on that browser. Any confusion here, guys? So I will check one by one. If I am able to launch all the browser, then we will do how. Then we will see how we can do the parallel testing. So let me run this TestNG suite. What is the issue here?
Nitin, browser spelling is not correct in our this case.
Browser spelling. Oh. Okay, so browser name. This time it is fine. Let's try this. TestNG exception. The test must be terminated by matching. Test is terminated by, right? Line number 10. Oh, groups. Sorry. So let's run this again. Which one is filled? Refresh. Google title verify. This dot driver is null. Second. Let's run this again. Yeah, this time I could launch the Chrome browser and I could show the result. Why the TestNG is not coming here? Okay, so let's see this. Okay, so in this parallel exam browser launch, Google title verify and trail down. And then parameter was passed is Chrome, right? You can see the parameter number 1, Chrome. Chrome was passed. Right, guys?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so let's see, this time I'm changing the name of the browser from here to Firefox. Okay, so what I have to do, I just change the name of the browser and nothing else I have done in the script. If I run this now from the TestNG XML, then my Firefox would be launched. Okay, and then it is closed. So all 3 test cases are passed. So launching and then verify title and then closing. Okay, now my next is Edge. If I want to run it on Edge, so Edge. Okay, so I'm just changing the name of the browser here, and rest all things would be same because it is picked dynamically, right? And from here, if I do this, run as TestNG suite, my Edge browser would be launched. And it was closed, right? So this time Edge was picked and it was executed and ran. Now, if you see the emailable report, you can see the name parameter 1 is Edge. Okay, and remaining all things are same. Okay, so likewise, I can execute the test cases on different browsers. Now my question is, how can I run the test cases in the parallel mode using 3 browsers, right? So for that, I have to do a couple of changes in the TestNG XML file. So this test name, right, from here to here, I will have to copy thrice, one for each browser. So let's say this time I'm giving the name as Chrome, then Firefox, and then Edge, right? And test name also will have to change. I cannot have same test name for all the 3 different test cases. So for the different tests, so it would be like Chrome test. Let's say the name of this is Firefox test, and the name of this is Safari, not Safari, Edge test. Okay, and here I will have to specify parallel equal to true. Right, 1 second. Parallel equal to not true, parallel equal to test. Automation suite and parallel equal to test. Right, so all the tests would run in parallel mode. So what changes I have to do here? I will have to specify the test name thrice, one for each browser, and the test name should be different, and then I will have to specify the different browser name here. Okay, so this change only I have to do in this testng.xml, and if I run this, now all three browsers would be launched in parallel. Yes, all three browsers was launched, and finally you get the report as 9, because 9 test cases were executed. Right? We had 3 tests, and if you see this report from here, refresh. So 3 parameters were picked, one for each. So for Chrome test, 3 test cases were there, and it took 7.8 seconds time, Edge test and Firefox test. And this is a kind of basic report you can see. Right? So browser launch, Google title verifier, tear down, browser launch, Google title verifier, tear down. And for Firefox also, all 3 tests were executed. Right, so you can expand this further for more number of test cases. Right, so with this you save the time, right? I mean, you don't have to execute the test cases in a sequence, one after the other. Right, so all the tests would have have run on the parallel mode. Getting it, guys? Looks simple, right?